Summer wild fishing. Is floating fishing better than bottom fishing? There are two classic sayings about summer fishing. One is, in summer, night fishing beats day fishing. This is because shallow waters are scorching and brightly lit during the day, making fish unable or afraid to feed there, resulting in poor catches. At night, big fish move closer to the shore to feed, so night fishing is far more productive than daytime fishing. Even early mornings are less effective than nights, as fish feed for a shorter time at dawn. The other saying, floating fishing is better than bottom fishing, is more controversial and relates to differences in habits between bottom-dwelling and upper-middle-layer fish. 1. Bottom fishing. Bottom-dwelling fish mainly include crucian carp, and black carp. As the saying goes, bottom fishing yields more catches. This is because more fish species feed on the bottom, offering a wider range of targets. Additionally, if the water isn't deep, upper-middle layer fish may also feed near the bottom. In unsafe or noisy waters, upper-middle layer fish often retreat to the bottom to feed. Bottom-dwelling fish share two key habits: they prefer cool environments and fear heat, and they tolerate low oxygen levels. These traits are closely linked. Their preference for coolness drives them to hide in deeper, cooler waters in summer. While deeper water has lower oxygen, their heat aversion likely evolved alongside low oxygen tolerance. Their preference for coolness dictates the best weather and times to target them in summer. Rainy days and post-flood periods are ideal. Rain cools the water, increases oxygen, and reduces light, allowing bottom dwellers to feed in shallow waters for longer. Post-flood conditions: cooler water and high oxygen persist for days due to slow water temperature changes. Without rain, focus on early mornings and evenings, when shallow waters have weak light and moderate temperatures, prime feeding times for bottom dwellers. A key fact: bottom dwellers' food sources are almost exclusively in shallow waters. Thus, when conditions allow, they will always venture shallow to feed. In contrast, upper-middle layer fish don't rely on shallow food, so they rarely move near the shore. 2. Floating fishing. Upper-middle layer fish: silver carp, bighead carp, grass carp, and topmouth coulter differ entirely from bottom dwellers. They are said to prefer warmth, fear cold, and tolerate high temperatures, seemingly opposite to bottom dwellers. However, their love for warmth and heat tolerance stem from a need for high oxygen. It's better to understand it this way: higher temperatures drive upper-middle layer fish to shallower waters. While shallow water is hotter than deep water, anglers mistakenly assume these fish enjoy high temperatures. In reality, deep water becomes oxygen depleted in heat, so fish choose shallower, hotter but more oxygen-rich areas. Their love for warmth is not a choice but a necessity to avoid suffocation. The saying "sunny with light winds target grass carp and silver carp" holds because calm, sunny days cause oxygen depletion in deep water, pushing these fish into shallow layers, making them easy to catch with floating methods. Floating fishing requires two conditions: light winds, to keep nests intact and prevent tackle from drifting, and precise depth finding. Calm weather simplifies depth finding, as fish stay shallow. Rain or strong winds improve deep water oxygen levels, driving grass carp and silver carp to deeper layers, making them harder to catch than on sunny days. Wind strength and rainfall alter their depth, complicating depth finding. Grass carp are said to prefer coolness and fear warmth, but another adage notes they fear wind. Wind pushes them deeper, increasing fishing difficulty. Thus, weather favorable for bottom fishing hinders upper middle layer fishing, and vice versa. Rainy days are less common than sunny days in summer, leading to the belief that floating fishing beats bottom fishing. In practice, fish the bottom in mornings and evenings, and float during the day. On rainy days or post-flood, stick to bottom fishing all day. Author profile: I'm a self-media blogger passionate about fishing and sharing tips. Follow me to exchange skills and discuss all aspects of wild fishing. Like, save, and follow to never miss an update.